Hi everyone, I hope you all are great. Today we will have shades of meaning. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 4. This class is for the G3, 4, and then 5, but we'll get the lesson under the grade 4. So you move on to grade 4 and you can find shades of meaning. Lesson is describe the differences between related words, positive and negative connotation. Alright, so I'll take you through logging in. After logging in using the aplusstudent.com, you move on here and you can click on your name, okay? And you go to English, which is language arts. These are all the grades. We scroll down and we can find what? Grade 4. And the chapter sheets of meaning, okay? Hi to you all in the chats. I hope you all are fine. Hi everyone. Okay, so some words are alike, okay? But they have small differences in meaning. They are alike, but they have small differences in meaning. Those differences are called what? Shades of meaning. So when they are alike, but they have like difference in the meaning, just a very small difference, it's called shades of meaning. So just like we have, think about the words stare, pick, and glare. Okay, so we have them here, and stare is to look at something for a while. So when you stare intensely, and then peek is to look at something quickly. Glare is to look at something in an angry way. One thing that is common is that they are all looking at something, but in different ways. We have like intense look, we have quickly, and we have angrily. But one thing that is common is that they are all looking at someone or looking at something. Okay, just that it's in different ways. So this is what we call what? Shades of meaning. I'm not sure why you said you cannot see, but if you cannot see, you just have to go out of the class and then you join again. Because I think the rest of you can see, right? Can you all see? Tell me on the chat if you can see the class. So let's look at some examples while you tell me. Just send a yes or no before we continue. All right, good. Since everyone can see, let's continue. So we have which one is larger. Now we have a meal and we have a snack. So a meal is what? The food you eat for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then a snack is like a small food or a little food that you eat in between. So between the snack and the meal, which one is bigger? Of course, the meal is bigger, right? Okay, it's larger even. So which is not as nice? Stealing something. When you steal something, that isn't nice, right? So we shouldn't be stealing. Then, which shows complaining? If you are whining, that means you're complaining. Okay, so let's move on to the test, and I want every one of you to send in your answers. It's a live class, and I can see your answers, and I can see you all chatting on the chat. Okay, so let's interact, send in your answers. Okay, so which is bigger, a hill or a mountain? Okay, so we have mountain bigger. Let's see. Yes, a mountain is bigger. Okay, so which is larger, village or city? What do you think it's larger here? So we have what city is larger, right? Good job. Is bigger, something large or something enormous? All right, so something enormous. So, which is more likely to happen? Something probable or something possible? Which is more likely to happen? So we have something what probable is more likely to happen, okay? Now, which is more work, swimming or floating? All right, so we have swimming. Okay, good. Which is less comfortable, being hungry or being starving? First or second? All right, so starving, right, is less comfortable, which is larger, something big or something huge. All right, so something huge. Okay. All right, then, which is easier to fix? First to second, something that is damaged or something that is destroyed? Which of them? So something that is damaged. Okay. Which is slower, first to second? All right, so which is most sudden, first to second? Okay, so we have what? Sudden is yanking, right? You just take it from someone without asking. Alright, that's it for this lesson. We'll move on to the next. Can you tell me if you have any questions before we continue the next one? Alright, so we'll just continue this lesson. So we have positive and negative connotation. So connotation is what? Is the feeling or idea that goes along with a word or phrase. Okay? Some words are close in meaning but have different connotation. So connotation is the feeling or idea that goes along with a word or phrase. So, for example, think about the words eager and impatient. They both mean wanting something to happen, but they have different connotation. Eager has a positive connotation. It is a nice word. An eager person is happy and excited. Then impatient has a negative connotation because it is not a nice word. An impatient person is often pushy and demanding. So you have to note that connotation just depends on the feeling or idea that goes with a word or phrase. And we have the positive and we have the negative. Okay. So which phrase has a more negative connotation? So we have boast about something is what more negative. When you're boastful, it's like you have pride, okay? Okay, so the negative connotation, your question on the chat, it gives like a negative vibe to the idea or the word. Okay. So which phrase has a more negative connotation? When you scold at someone, it is negative. Okay. So, all right, which phrase has a more positive connotation? Search something. If you're searching for something, you're looking for it carefully. You're not like snooping around and trying to search without permission. If you're searching, you're doing it carefully, which is positive. All right, let's go to the test, and you can share your answers with me. Okay. So which phrase has a more negative connotation rather? Is it use water or waste water? All right, so we have wastewater is negative. Then which phrase has a more positive connotation? Feeling overjoyed or feeling glad? Which of them? All right, so feeling glad or overjoyed. So overjoyed, right? Now, which is more negative, first or second? So, negative is when you scowl at someone. Then, which is more negative, first or second? Look at someone or glare at someone. Alright, so we have glare. Then, which is negative? Whisper about something or mutter about something. Which of them? So the second, then which is positive, having a meal or having a feast. Okay, so we have what? Positive is having a meal. Having a feast is positive, okay? Then which is positive? Strange or seem special? So something special. Thanks for your answer. Then negative, argue about something or disagree about something. So we have what? Argue, right? Okay. And positive, a cozy house or small house. All right, so a cozy house is very positive. All right, that's it for our lesson today. Other shades of meaning. Can you tell me if you have any questions? All right, so since we have no questions, we'll end here. Complete this lesson if you haven't. See you all next time, everyone. Bye bye.